A very good evening to everyone present here. It is indeed a matter of immense pride and joy to welcome you all to the 139th online interactive session, which is also the 109th Leadership Development Program by Corporate Mentors, organized by the Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research, TSPSR. I extend my heartfelt greetings to our esteemed honorable guest speaker for the day, Mr. Himanshu Johri, sir, Honorable Senior Professor Ajay Kumar Singh, sir, Honorable Director of the College, Professor Dr. Mahesh Sharma, sir, respected Registrar Dr. R.S. Singh, sir, respected faculty members, and my dear fellow students. I envy a proud student of BBA batch 2025 to 2029 at DSPSR. Feel deeply honored to stand before you today. DSPSR has always been committed to nurturing academic excellence, leadership, and innovation. And today's session continues that legacy by connecting students with inspiring professionals who are shaping the future of industries through knowledge, skill, and vision. To begin this enlightening evening on an auspicious note, let us take part in the symbolic ritual of lighting the virtual lamp. This act represents the triumph of knowledge over ignorance and the illumination of wisdom, hope, and positivity. May this flame May this divine flame of learning continue to guide us toward success, clarity, and purpose. Now, I kindly request Arun sir to please play the virtual lamp lighting video.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा शुभं भवतु कल्याणम् आरोग्यं सुखसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते.
It is my great honor to welcome our distinguished speaker for today, Mr. Himanshu Johri sir, certified Simcorp professional and a seasoned expert in fintech, capital markets, and risk management. Mr. Himanshu sir is currently serving as senior quality engineer at Simcorp, where he contributes to enhancing risk solution and financial systems through cutting edge validation and automation processes. Previously, he worked with S&P Global and Tata Consultancy Services (TCS), where he gained extensive experience in software testing, automation, and financial analytics, consistently achieving excellence and recognition for his performance. A graduate in BTech from ABES Engineering College, Sir holds several professional certifications, including Corporate Finance Fundamentals, Capital IQ Pro 101, and the JP Morgan Investment Banking Virtual Experience Program, showcasing his strong expertise in financial modeling, valuation, and capital market operations. Beyond his technical proficiency, Sir is known for his analytical mindset, leadership qualities, and problem-solving acumen. He His journey reflects the power of consistent learning, adaptability, and excellence, qualities that inspire every young professional and student aspiring to grow in the fintech and corporate world. On behalf of DSPSR, I extend my warm and heartfelt welcome to you, sir. We are truly privileged to have you among us today, and we look forward to gaining valuable insights from your enriched experiences and professional journey.
Thank you so much, Anvi, and thank you so much, the Delhi School. I'm so much grateful, and actually, you have presented my whole experience very well. So, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
So, remaining to you all, hi everyone. As Anvi has already told me a little bit about me. So, I'm Himanshu Johri. I'm having around 6.5 years of experience as a whole in most of the like, software testing and a product specialist too. So actually, I completed my bachelor's of technology from EBS Engineering College in 2019, and thereafter I got a campus placement in TCS Tata Consultancy Services. So there I started a very first project as a software tester only, and in TCS, while working for TCS, like I worked for many US clients like Wells Fargo, Walgreens, Hilton Hotel and Resort, and like after serving there for around 2.5 years, like I switched to S&P Global. Since you all are finance students, you must be aware of S&P Global, Standard and Poor's. So there I got an extensive, huge knowledge towards like fintech, how the actual capital market works, and you guys must be studying right now. And it must be in your syllabus. Like you guys are aware of S&P ratings. Like S&P has a right or is a rating organization which provide financial rating or credit rating to each institution or a company based on their financial data, whatever they publish on every quarter or half yearly or yearly results. So yeah, I come up with a fully analytics or fintech mindset. Uh, Actually, if I tell you what excites me most towards the fintech, since everyone is going towards the AI, but finance is the thing which will never goes off your table. You will find it, you have to learn the financial skills at every set. I do not belong, my background does not belong to finance. If you find in my profile, like I have did, as and we also mentioned in my introduction, like I did several certification. So that was I have to do in order to achieve more and more skills or the financial of like valuations, finance modeling. And also I grabbed these certification from the highly recognized institutions like JPMC, Goldman Sachs, etc. So yeah, if I tell you about my current role or current company, that's also a fintech company, Simcorp Dimension. So what does Simcorp actually do? Simcorp actually do it helps the analyst or the investment banker. So like if I tell you like every analyst or every investment banker need a product for which they can measure any risk, you guys must be aware of the IPO process. So there is a process everyone needs to follow that, like starting from the reading the financial condition, measuring risk, and setting the prices, how the trade settlement goes, when will the trade will go, when will the trade will down, and based on what conditions. So all those things we can perform via SimCorp Dimension. So I think yeah, this is all about me.
Thank you, sir. We are equally privileged to have as our moderator today Ms. Khushi Datta, a dedicated BBA student from the batch 2024 to 2028 at DSPSR. She has been an active learner known for her keen interest in communication and leadership activities and continues to embody the institution's values of discipline, teamwork, and excellence. On the behalf of DSPSR, I warmly welcome you, Ms. Khushi, and we are delighted to have you moderate today's session.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, Mr. Anvi. It's our privilege to welcome you, Mr. Himanshu Johri, sir, to the 139th online interactive session. We are truly honored to have you with us today. I'm certain that your insights will make this session not only highly engaging for the students but also enriching for everyone present here. To make this session more interactive and beneficial for our students, I would now like to ask you, sir, some questions focused on student development, career growth, and opportunities. Shall I, sir?
Himanshu sir, Khushi Dutta is asking, should we start to ask
Yes,
questions?
yes, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. So,
Can you
sir,
guys hear
my
me?
question is, could you please tell us about your journey from ABS Engineering College to becoming a senior quality engineer at Simcon?
Yeah, sure. So if I tell you my journey honestly, so at that time while I was pursuing my engineering, I didn't have any idea like I'll be moving towards the IT company or a finance domain, because like everyone go for BTech, they have some other plans in the initial time, like in during the first year or second year. I was planning to go for the government sector, but later on when I started hunting about the corporate institutions, like how this corporate culture works, how the IT department works, how finance related things, all those things works, I changed my path and I took a risk. So I started going towards gaining like technical skills. Like I started reading about Java language, their concepts, and performing some of their project. And later on, like when the TCS Tata Consultancy Services came into our college, I just sat in the exam. I cleared the exam. Then I was called for the interview. I interviewed and I got selected, luckily. And we all know about Tata
Yeah.
Group. Ratan
Yes.
Tata is like everyone's dream. Okay.
Yes.
So there's no chance, like no one knows about Ratan Tata. Everyone's dream, everyone's idol is actually a Ratan Tata. So I joined a Tata Consultancy Services. So there, as I mentioned in my introduction, I got a very first project as a software tester. But I did not just settle with that. I started hunting about the several other skills, because the corporate market is very competitive. You guys, like while we are in the student phase, we don't see that much competition, but in the
Yes.
corporate culture is actually a, because here, if I tell you honestly, if you have 1 or 2 years of experience, you must be competitive to a candidate or to an employee who is having around 8 years of experience. Okay, so you have to gain skills. Your experience doesn't matter. If you are going for an interview, if you are a fresher, if you are going for a campus placement, whatever, you must be having your skills. You
Right.
can't go rely on your degree. Yeah, I'm having this degree and I'm perfectly eligible. No. If you are not able to crack the interview, you are good for nothing. So
Right.
yeah, coming to my journey. So in TCS, as I said, like I started hunting about my clients, actually, like what does Walgreens actually do and what the process they follow. What, because TCS is a service-based company, you guys must be
Yeah.
aware. There we have to work for several clients. And while hunting for the process, what the company actually do, I started gaining my experience towards like finance domain or my interest. So in finance, actually, I found like S&P Global is actually a global fintech company,
Right.
and they are very well known for their indexes. Like you guys must be known Dow Jones Index. So this is also a subsidiary of S&P Global, and so I started learning about S&P Global, what they actually do. I started preparing, hunting for the job. If I any job role, I is there any open or I can apply. So I started hunting, I started reading, I started developing skills, started reaching out to many S&P employees, like to better know about their work culture, the process they have. And so yeah, all these things helped me out in clearing the interview and successfully, like after 2.5 years, I switched to S&P Global. So in S&P Global also, like I got a very first project for credit ratings. As I told you, like there's a process every analyst follow. Like every institution has their credit rating, which
Mm.
the investment banker has to release from the S&P, one of the S&P's product only. Like suppose if a XYZ company needs to go from A to B or double A to double B, so
Mm.
what things, on what grounds these ratings are actually fluctuating. So there is a process, there are several things we need to follow.
Right.
Yeah, so like in S&P Global also, like I have worked for several products, like one of the credit rating, second product is like loan syndications also.
Mm.
You guys must be aware of loan syndication. So yeah, and like in Simcorp, currently I'm with Simcorp. So here I'm a part of risk measurement. Like there's a process again, there's a complete flow on what grounds we need to calculate the risk, on what grounds the IPO has to release, on what grounds the pricing has needs to be done. So there's a certain things we need to calculate based on after calculating all those things, everything we have to release the IPO open apply for approval, SEBI's approval.
Right. Very insightful, sir. So my next question is, what initially inspired you to pursue a career in quality assurance and automation testing?
Yeah. So being a QA, like while I was learning, like while I was in third year or fourth year, I started hunting because in IT sector again there are several roles, but you have to decide in which path I need to go or you need to go. So I started hunting like what's the developer do, what the supportive role is, what the QA role is. But what I found interesting, my interest is like QA, quality assurance. So what basically a QA does, QA should have an analytic mind. They should
Right.
be have a attention to details, because like being a QA you should be attentive, you should have analytical mind, because you have to find a minor to minor change or minor to minor issue which a client does not expect it. So we have to, being a QA, we have to take care of all those things, and I found all those things very interesting. So that's why I started developing again QA skills, like how I can be a better QA. See, again, I'm staying after even 6.5 years. Again, I'm in a learning phase. So your learning path never goes off. It should be keep on moving.
Right, sir. So, sir, my next question is, could you explain what your current role at Simcom involves, especially within the risk management solution team?
So as I told you, we have to calculate risks, basically risk and all around there. So if I tell you in a layman language, suppose a company, I need to calculate its pricing.
Yes.
If it goes for IPO, or if I need to publish any rating, if I'm planning for any acquisition or merger, for those, we have to calculate the risk. So there are several things I need to calculate based on their past data, how the company is performing. Suppose if a ABC company is planning to merge with the XYZ company, so I need to take care of the XYZ's financial data, how it's performing from the past years. If it's very degrading, so there wouldn't be any chance I would go for merger with that company. So all those things actually I cannot tell you in detail about the actual product, but yeah, all those things we actually do.
Right, sir. So, my next question is, what challenges do you usually face while conducting functional validation for complex financial applications?
So challenge, see, being a QA, you must be aware of their financial domain. If you don't know the functionalities, if you're not aware of the functional domain, you cannot perform a testing. Because if whenever testing comes, it comes with the acceptance criteria with only few points. No one is going to spoon feed you like all those things. You have to actually measure based on your thinking, based on your knowledge, whatever you have on from the financial domain. You must have, without knowledge or without actual data, you cannot perform testing. Otherwise it will, a client would found a issue which you might have missed. So that would not going to leave a good impression from being like, yeah, it got missed from her or him.
Right, sir. So, sir, my next question is, how important is automation testing in today's banking, financial services, and insurance sector?
Yeah. So as I already mentioned, everyone is moving towards AI. So in testing also we have to perform several steps again and again. So automation testing basically comes, which can minimize our time to test a product. Basically, in less time, how can I test more and more thing
Yes.
with fully perfection?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
automation, at that time, automation came in picture. So what we do for automation testing, we basically started preparing the framework, setting up the framework, providing the data, links, whatever the needed. We start
Yes.
scripting based on whatever language, C sharp, Java, whatever you are familiar with. So we start basically with the repetitive task. So our target basically starts with the repetitive task, like repetitive steps, like we can automate those first. And once those are done, following the functionality as well. We cannot lose functionality in automation test.
Okay. So my next question is, you have worked with tools like Selenium, Jenkins, and Postman. Among them, which one do you find most powerful and why?
See, honestly tell you, you guys must not be aware about, like, these are basically the tools which help us in performing the automation testing, API testing. And these all the tools you mentioned belong to a different part. Actually, whenever we need to do a API testing, a
Yes.
QA or developer go for Postman tool. So Postman is basically all about APIs. And comes to Selenium. So Selenium is a library basically for which we can automate our UI test cases. Like UI, I hope you guys must be aware. Web UI, like if I'm doing a product which is available on the web UI, so I can,
Yes.
with the help of Selenium framework, Selenium classes, I can do the automation. Coming
Mhm.
to Jenkins, so Jenkins basically it's a integration. Whenever I need to perform, basically everyone needs to perform, everyone has to build their scripts so they can easily run. Like you guys are aware or not, I don't know. You guys must have heard about like CI/CD pipelines. So in order to set up all those pipelines, we need Jenkins.
Right, sir.
And all the tools, whatever three you have mentioned, all the tools are actually powerful. And everyone
Right.
should be aware of all these tools if you guys are planning to move into IT sector or automation testing, because these are actually the basic tool a QA must have skilled up.
Right, sir. So my next question is, could you share how behavior-driven development improves the testing process in large organizations like S&P Global?
Again, so BDD, which we call it as a behavior driven development, it's a part of Selenium framework, Selenium Cucumber framework. So with the help of BDD, QA can actually return a test case. Okay,
Hmm.
so like be following a Gherkin statement. So there is a statement, we call it a Gherkin statement. Those are nothing but a English written statement. So there is some rules of
Hmm.
Gherkin, like the path we have to provide, like given, providing the condition, when and then. In the when condition, we provide like whenever the user actually performed that action, and in the then part, we provide the actual result, whatever we are getting. So these are basically the what could I say? Like these are actually the framework, part of framework which every automation tester use
Hmm.
to write a script.
Right. Right, sir. My next question is, how did your role at S&P Global contribute to your professional growth as a quality engineer?
Again, I would like to mention, like as I told you, every QA must be very versed towards like functional domain, and
Hmm.
you, S&P Global is one of the prestigious fintech corporation.
Yes.
It's actually a global leader. It's not just a company, because S&P has the index S&P 500, under which 500 companies falls.
Hmm.
So you guys can judge based on that also. So S&P will give you, because S&P deals with in every aspect, because like if you are dealing with the index, there's Dow Jones Index. If you are dealing with a loan, they have their product that domain, from which you can measure or maintain the loan processes. If you are if analyst needs to perform any rating or anything, they can go for S&P ratings. And S&P have also started mergers towards many, and they have actually acquired huge competitors. And their major merger was literally happened in 2021 with the IHS. IHS was also one of the prestigious market solution, but it was got captured by S&P Global. And yeah, so that's it about S&P.
Very insightful, sir. So, sir, what kind of automation frameworks have you developed or worked with during your experience?
So every automation tester usually performs with the Selenium, but while I in my initial phase, Selenium was the one. But at this time, many frameworks have came in picture: WebDriver IO, Playwright.
Yes.
So I majorly having experience towards the Selenium. I already told you about BDD. They also come with the model which we need to implement. They also come with several frameworks like Selenium. We can perform. We can implement with the Cucumber. We can implement with the Test Engine.
Yes.
So as I told you, every QA or every student, every resource, every employee should not rely on a single skill. Yeah, I'm pro in Selenium. I don't need to learn. I don't need to grow. Now I can perform in better. See, world is very cooperative, and every technical skills usually rely on the usually 3 4 years. As I told you, like in my initial phrase, everyone was going for Selenium, but seeing current situation, everyone is going for Playwright, and in future we don't know. So we have to keep our mindset openly, like whatever the skills came in picture, I will definitely going to learn it, develop my skills or hands-on experience.
Yes, right, sir. So as someone who has won multiple awards like the CNRS Essential Excellence Award, what do you believe are the key qualities for achieving excellence at work?
So if I tell you, sorry, Khushi, right? Yeah. So if I tell you, Khushi, I gave you a task and you just completed in a day or two or in the timeline.
Yes.
So whether you expect any award or ceremony, any recognition from me? No.
No.
So if I tell you, like, yeah, I gave a task put to a Khushi, she completed in the timeline, but also the task which I haven't given her. So, but she performed very well, going out of the box. She came up and she is delivering more than expected. So then it would be you are a perfect candidate for a recognition or the awards. So that's what our team was actually doing. We were not only delivering the task what we were assigned to, but we were actually delivering more than expected.
Right, sir.
I hope you
So,
got the answer.
yes, sir. Sir, could you tell us more about your experience at automating Power BI applications using Power Apps?
Yeah. So are you guys aware of the Power BI applications? Business intelligence? You
Yes.
guys must be learning in your studies. So what was actually happening every earlier, like if I tell you 5 years or 5 to 10 years down the line, everyone was using Excel.
Yes.
In Excel, we have to do many manual work. So we do not want to perform same and same. We do not need to write same and same functions again and again or the manual thing. So that's why business intelligence came into the picture, like how we can represent our results, our data to the clients or anyone more better way, in a more better way. Okay. So with the help of business intelligence, like I can show the data which are with which we were showing in form of table, which anyone don't wants to go because they do not like, they are not very much appealing. So with the help of BI also comes with many tools, like one of the like Power Apps, Tableau, all those are the Power BI basically tools. So everyone have, now we can represent our data in a better way in the form of pie chart, bar chart, and it would be like more appealing, more attractive, and less time consuming
Right.
in showcasing the results.
Right, sir. So you have worked across diverse industries such as healthcare, hospitality, finance. How does the QA approach differ across these sectors?
So actually, I worked for healthcare only while I was working for TCS. So
Hmm.
because as I told you, TCS was a service-based company, we
Yes.
have to work for several clients.
Yes.
During the first year, my client was Walgreens, which falls in healthcare, which is one of the US healthcare product.
Yeah.
And in the second year, my client was Hilton Hotel and Resort. So,
Hmm.
but at while working for TCS only, I made the mindset. Yes, I want to go towards the fintech. I want to understand. I want to perform the actual actions. Every analyst or every finance instrument, like how all these instruments actually work. Because in what we actually do, it is just a finance. Because if we look into the deep, finance is actually a huge word for which many things rely, like asset class,
Yeah.
valuations, risk, IPOs, trade settlement, everything. Like so many things are falls under finance.
Hmm.
So yeah, while working for TCS only, I made a mind like now I want to go forward with the finance domain only. So thereafter, I decided hunting see finance sector, which are the competitive products. So I found S&P Global, I found Simcorp. These are the like global leaders actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So what role does data analytics play in enhancing the effectiveness of quality assurance processes?
I think I have already told you about this. Being a QA, you should have analytic mind
Yes.
because if right now if I ask you, you see, like we are just having a Zoom call, but no, there are several options. Some of the functionalities, like some people focus on the mutes, some have their video on, some of their video turn off. Someone are showing their name, and instead of name, someone are showing their logos. So
Yes.
you should have analytic mind. You should have every QA should have a power to analyze quickly.
Hmm.
Should not like yeah, I'm briefing you, I'm spoon feeding you, I'm giving you the data. Then after like everyone can does the testing. But if you have an analytic mind, you can do by your own.
Right, sir. So you have handled both automation and functional testing. How do you balance between the two in real world projects?
See, automation testing basically it's a mm, both things go hand to hand. It's not
Yes.
like one thing we can go level because in my whole experience till date, I was totally involved in the functional testing and the automation testing parallelly. Because like for automation, we have to like functional is the main thing. We cannot lose functionality. Either we are doing manually or we are automating. So functional is the mm, power main thing we actually do. So once the functional testing is done, we start preparing the test script. We start developing the framework. If we have the framework available, we just need to develop the code and hit the button. If a project got built, it will run again and again. So it actually help us while doing the regression testing because before every release, we have to make sure our product or feature, whatever we have developed, they should not have any error. They should be they should meet the client expectations
Right.
perfectly. So
Right.
yeah.
Right, sir. So, what skills do you think every aspiring software tester or QA engineer should master today?
See, there's not a single skill or thing I suggest you ki like, yeah, if you have this, you will be a pro tester.
Yes.
Being a tester, my role is not to learn Java language. My part is not to do coding.
Right.
But considering today's competitive market, I had to learn Java language. I had to learn many frameworks, many automation frameworks. Because if I was relied totally on the functional, I might
Right.
have not achieved the things which I have currently in.
Right.
So that's why like there's not a, but yeah, there are few things as a, one of the is like analytical mind. So because you should have like great analyzing power.
Hmm.
You should have interest basically in the financial domain, like whatever domain you are interested in. If you are testing a part what falls under healthcare domain, so you should have actually interest in the healthcare. If you don't have, and if you are just considering it's a part of job, then I'm sorry, like you can not be a better tester.
Hmm.
So yeah, the functional knowledge is a must, analytic mind is a must.
Right, sir. So you have also earned several certifications. How have these helped in bridging the gap between testing and finance knowledge?
So as I told you, I do not comes from a finance background. Like I took science in the
Yes.
11th, 12th, and thereafter I started going for BTech. So there
Hmm.
also I did not learn anything towards finance. But yeah, after I made up my mind, कि yeah, now I want to go into or I want to stay in the field of finance. So I
Right.
had to understand their terminologies, understand their functionalities. Because
Right.
if I don't uh, have the knowledges which are the product I'm going to test, I
Right.
cannot perform better. So
Right.
definitely I started hunting the best certification from which I started with the basic only. I started doing the LinkedIn courses, hunting, I go for a Udemy. And once I gained the basic things, I started went for uh, competitive certifications. Like one of the like JPMC has their valuation program, virtual valuation program. So there I got to learn more and more about towards the valuations, financial modeling.
Yes.
And one of the certification I did in the from Goldman Sachs also.
Hmm.
Yeah. And being in competitive in the financial world, I have to do all those things.
Yes. So, sir, as someone who has worked with both TCS and S&P Global, how do you compare the work culture in service-based versus product-based companies?
See, actually, we cannot compare both the things, both the companies, because both have their different policies, different rules, different ownership, kind of. Because in TCS, because in service-based company, you have to work for other clients. You are not developing your for your own, but you are delivering for the client, whatever their requirements.
Yes.
And like if I tell you the challenge you can face, like suppose as told you my interest was in finance, but I have to work for the healthcare sector. This could
Yes.
be the actually challenge.
Yes.
So, but again, if you really willing to work for a product based company, you should have complete knowledge about their product. You should have complete you should be aware of their processes, aware their technical things, functionalities, all those things you must be aware of because without having those you cannot clear the interview. And honestly speaking, if I'm interviewing like I interviewed many candidates before also, if I don't find like he or she don't have any interest in my product, they are just coming for the role, I definitely don't hire them. If your interest match with my company, match with my skills, only then I'm going to hire you. Otherwise, again, you are good, but not for me.
Right, sir. So, could you share a specific project where your testing significantly impacted business outcomes?
So yes, while working for TCS, you might have seen in my profile, I got awarded uh, best performer or best employer award from the Walgreens. So
Yes.
because actually we were representing the test results in form of HTML, which were actually which actually not leaves a good impression. So I implemented a listener report, which gives us the result in the form of chart that
Yes.
leaves a good impression, and our client got really happy with the results. So they awarded with me the best employer award for the month.
Very insightful, sir. So, sir, how do you stay updated with the latest tools, frameworks, and testing methodologies in such a rapidly evolving tech landscape?
Yeah, what I basically suggest you all guys or all the students, you all must be on the LinkedIn, right? Go
Yes.
start hunting, start follow the path,
Hmm.
start follow the pages, Economic Times. There are many several others. You will find this is how AI came in picture, because everyone started for AI. First the
Yes.
robotics came in picture, now AI, and now everyone is using chat GPT. Not only the chat GPT, now every company is launching, and you can even launch your own artificial intelligence tool by yourself. So yeah, skills keeps on improving. You have to keep yourself updated by following many pages, many articles. You must be very well active on your social media, mm, the articles you follow or the domain you follow basically. If you go and hunt the latest technologies, and not on the currently available, but what we are actually in future, what could be the expected. So all those things you can know, because in my today world, in my today's role, we
Hmm.
just not cannot rely on the current thing,
Right.
because we were just doing the normal usual testing. But
Right.
now we hunted, and what we found, yeah, every product needs to
Hmm.
implement a AI also in their product. So
Yes.
we started learning AI, Gen AI, generative AI. So by following many articles or pages, you will get to know better, this is the skill I might like, so I should go for that.
Right, so it's a personal what's the difference between Chat GPT and Perplexity? Because nowadays I have seen Perplexity is very popular.
See, there is no thing popularity. Every product,
Perplexity,
sorry,
perplexity, perplexity.
Perplexity is also one of the product.
Yes, it's the at that time ChatGPT was very popular, but nowadays I have seen Perplexity is very popular and people are talking about it.
And why they are actually talking about?
They are saying Perplexity is much more better than ChatGPT, but I don't understand why.
And from where you got to learn, you got to know about this?
There are so many advertisement I have seen in YouTube or Google.
Didn't they mention why?
Yes, sir.
Didn't they mention why Perplexity is now everyone favorite, or why it's in the trend?
Just they are saying that Perplexity is better than
See,
ChatGPT.
now I can tell you. Maybe I am wrong. It's not
Hmm.
like whatever I say, it's perfectly correct.
Yes.
So what I believe is everyone has their product.
Hmm.
Everyone launch their product. Why ChatGPT got famous so much in the early stage? Because it came in the initial phase.
Hmm.
So every product comes with the initial phase. So
Yes.
what the competitors do? They actually follow their product, the initial product, and now some company following that only started developing their own product, started generating revenue. It's
Right.
all thing like I am not very much aware of like the perplexity, but yeah, they must be having the some of the functionality. They must be generating the solution more effectively
Hmm.
because we cannot rely 100% chat gpt or even a perplexity. Everyone
Hmm.
comes with the accuracy number.
Right.
It's not like perplexity is giving you 100%. There is a
Hmm.
range for what number we can rely.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. So, with AI and automation advancing rapidly, how do you see the future of QA evolving in the next few years?
So if you remember in the initial time of discussion, I mentioned like everyone is going for AI, but being a QA can never going to replace by a AI. You guys must have heard ki like yeah, due to AI, many layoffs are happening and many jobs are taken away because of AI.
Hmm.
Because but these things, what I generally believe in, like this thing, or AI will never going. It actually cannot take the job of a QA because of being a QA. What actually AI does? AI basically we write a script
Hmm.
and he actually AI is going to perform only that action. He is not going to perform out of the box, out of the script. Whatever the script you are providing to do, AI is going to perform those actions. But being a QA, I have already mentioned many times, you cannot rely on the acceptance criteria. You have to perform the testing around the impacted areas. You have to do certain things by on your own. You have to spend the time around the test case, around the feature, around their functionalities. But the AI cannot perform all those testing because testing, if I tell you, testing also comes in a part. There's a positive scenario, there's a negative scenario, there's a edge case scenario. So
Right.
if you are a human, AI cannot actually never can meet a human brain. What a human can do, but a AI can't does.
Right, sir. So, could you tell us about a time when you identified a critical bug just before deployment? How did you handle it?
So you want the honest answer? If you are working for a client,
Hmm.
if you got if you missed any error before the deployment, you can believe like you are good for the company and you may start head for the other jobs. Your services won't be needed anymore if you miss any client product bug.
Yes.
But if you are working for a product, you are itself a client.
Yes.
So, but actually we cannot miss what actually, that's why I told you we have automation testing before the deployment. Many many things happen. Like it's not like if I have developed something, it will not going directly to a production.
Hmm.
I will deliver first to a test environment, then to a staging environment, and after then only I will go for the production. But yeah, in some case, like we are also a human, we are allowed to do mistake, but not more frequently. It's just like, yeah, it got missed, so you better accept it.
Hmm.
Yes, it got missed, and in that scenario, like I have covered all those scenarios, but somehow it got missed. Human brain, you cannot do something. What happened is actually happened. So what I will basically do, I will inform the team. Yes, the test case, this got missed by me, unfortunately. So our developer will start fixing that. Once all the fixing done, we have to retest it. And not only the bug, now QA jobs came
Hmm.
into the pitch, actual QA job.
Right.
Not because the developer fixes. Now the every usually QA what does is like they just retest the error. But now you have to test the other areas as well. Because again a new issue came into the
Right.
picture. So in order to avoid that, you have to retest the impacted areas.
Right, sir. It's my final question. What message would you like to share with students who aspire to build a strong career in the IT and QA domain?
See, I think I've already answered this. You cannot rely, you should have, like, first of all, you should have open minded. I
Right.
cannot rely only on one thing. If you are a Q, that's good, but you must be aware of the role of the processes, what developer have, what are the skills they possess. See, all those things are for your betterment only, because we never know the future.
Right.
We never know the future.
Right.
What could came in after 2 years? Because I cannot rely, like, I like currently, like, after having experience of 6.5 years also, I cannot say like, yeah, I'm a pro tester. I have.
Right.
Sir, unmute yourself once again. Okay, now forum is open for all for asking question.
Can I ask a question?
Please, sir, please.
Uh, uh, I listened to you very intently. I'm really appreciating your proactive approach right from the third year of your that you started searching for what options are available to me. Now, my very specific question is, uh, as far as I understand, you need to have a lot of domain knowledge of the specific sector or industry for which you are doing the rating. So, how do you take care of that aspect?
See, if I have decided, yeah, this is the path I'm going to follow, whatever, like, if it's a financial sector, if it's the healthcare sector, whatever the sector you have decided, so I suggest basically you start googling everything, or now you don't need to actually Google. You can just put in the Perplexity or a Chat GPT, like the whatever what are the skills I actually need in order to perform better in one of the sector, like financial, healthcare, education, government sector, whatever the skill, you will come up with the results. You can also start hunting or start reaching out the people who are actually in that industry, so they can basically give you real insight, what you are going to work on if you come into this industry. So by, I think a network plays a major role, because with the help of networking you can reach out many folks. They can all actually suggest you some real domains, real websites from which you can build your financial knowledge, healthcare knowledge, or the sectors you are interested in. Yeah, these are the things.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. One thing which I have noted is that you have an eye for that detail and you are able to know how the problem is going to be solved. And you are actually anticipating the problems and then solving them. All the best to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pran.
Thank you, sir. These are all from my side. If anyone has any question, they can ask.
Hello, am I audible? Sorry, actually, I was on mute and I was speaking. Am I audible right now?
Yes.
Yeah. I have a couple of questions. If you allow, may I ask?
Yes, please.
First of all, Himanshu sir, thank you so much for coming in this forum. I am very, very happy to see you in this forum. Actually, it means a lot that I sent a connection on LinkedIn because one week earlier, I was not knowing you and you were not knowing me. It means a lot that you accepted my invitation. Thank you so much for this. And thank you so much for coming in this forum. I have a questions like seeing your profile and listening you reflects a journey filled with passion, perseverance, continuous growth. So it's all about the first job because many of the our students, DSPSR students, will step into the first job or corporate life or corporate job. So how did that experience, your first experience, job experience, shape your mindset, confidence, and career direction?
So yeah, because like first job plays actually a major role, in our
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
career
That's
journey,
why I asked the question, because
because
first job is considered very, very important, because from that job, a fresher's mind teach a lot.
right. So there, what I actually tell you, like you you should have open mind, because during the initial phase, some of the student or I myself also face challenges. Ki, yeah, this thing I cannot do. Like if I tell you honestly, while learning or while enhancing my finance knowledge, because I do not from the that finance background, it was actually challenging for him. So, but yes, every challenge comes with the solution itself. You have to, you cannot just like demoralize. You know, this can't be happen, or I cannot do. Always keep your mind openly. Everything I can do. There is nothing. If you are on the commerce domain, you can actually perform better in the IT sector. If you are, and vice versa. If you are in IT, you can actually perform better in the, all it matters, degree, your degree will never going to take you anywhere, but the skills can. If you have the degree, you can eligible for the interview, but if you don't have the skills, you are not going to crack the interview. So yeah,
Thanks a
I
lot.
would suggest honestly develop the skills in any sector. Don't think like, yeah, now AI is in the trend, so I need to learn, I need to improvise towards AI only. Whatever the sector you are interested in, just go for that. So yeah, just make your skills better.
That's really a great answer that you have shared. And the second question that I have, like, if you get an opportunity to mentor day space our students, how would you envision grooming them for corporate life, whether it's technical skill building, mindset transformation, or soft skill development? And would you take this just a responsibility, or but also a rewarding opportunity?
See, both. I will actually take this as a both. See,
Yeah.
I'm also very honorable. कि like, yeah, you
खुश हो रही है
connected me,
मैंने
you gave
जवाब तो
me.
दे दिया ना
Mr. Purana, are you saying something?
Yes, yes, you may continue, sir.
हाँ यार द बेस्ट
Yeah. Yeah. So I was saying,
हाँ यार द बेस्ट टेक केयर हाँ ये आपका
Arjun sir,
हाँ
are you there?
हाँ, नानी को दादी को दे
Yes, sir, you may continue. So sorry
Yes.
for the voice coming from background.
yes. So what I was saying, I forgot. Huh.
Yeah, I just,
Sorry.
yes. Should I take it?
So no, I got. So actually, I was saying it was a honorable part from my side also. You gave me, and I'm actually thankful to you. You reach out to me. You gave me the opportunity to guide the students. And with my whole experience, with the talk we had in the last 1 hour, I hope it might get helpful for your students. And my LinkedIn profile, you can actually share with your students. I'm totally open. They can reach me out. They can just drop a text, whatever help they need. If they want to know any question, if they need to understand any flow, any process, I would be happy to answer. So that would be a great opportunity you gave me today. So thank you. And I hope many students got the answer in which they are feeling confusion. So I'm totally open. They can reach me out anytime.
Thank you so much, Himanshu sir, for kind answer, for kind reply. And good evening, sir. Professor Ajay Kumar Singh, sir, let me tell you, sir, Professor Ajay Kumar Singh, sir, is the president of DSPSR College. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, Himanshu. It was really wonderful session, and with the calmness and composure that you have handled all the questions, it was amazing. It's very inspiring story that you have shared, and what facts that people need to understand clearly, that there is no substitute for hard work, and you have to not only
Right.
get knowledge, but you have to get skills also. You have to learn how to behave with people, how to respond to them properly. So certain things you have answered by your words, certain things you have answered by your behavior also. So it's a mix of all the things that you have been able to demonstrate how leadership should be in an organization. Thank you very much, Himanshu, for sparing your valuable time and agreeing to mentor the students of DSPSR. We are honored to have you on
Thank you,
board.
sir. Yeah, thank you, sir. Same, it was a pleasure for me as well.
Okay, anyone having questions? Any participants and audience would like to ask questions? Put your questions either on chat box or raise your hand.
I think it's 7. You can go for vote of
Yes.
thanks.
Anvi, are you there?
Ma'am, I am here. I will give the vote of thanks.
Khushi.
Yes, sir.
Now, go ahead, Khushi. Your
Okay.
name is Khushi, so spread happiness.
Sure, sir. Uh, we are truly grateful for the presence of our distinguished speaker, Mr. Himanshu Johri, sir. Your valuable insights into fintech innovation, capital markets, and professional growth have made this session deeply enriching and inspiring for all of us. On behalf of DSPA, sir, I sincerely thank you, sir, for sharing your time, wisdom, and experiences with us. My sincere thanks also go to our respected dignitaries, faculty members, and my dear fellow students for their active participation and continuous support in making this event a grand success. Thank you all and have a wonderful